Hey everyone, welcome to the next episode of Retro Rewind. How's everybody doing out there on the internet? Today, I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about my memories growing up with video gaming. So we're going to go retro rewind ourselves back to the 80s. Originally, I started playing things like Atari. My dad had an Atari, so that was one of the things that we played around the house. Not really into it too much. Played things like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, things like that. And then a few years later, this came on the scene, and everybody knows what this bad boy is: the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, this was what really got me into gaming. Now, what's really cool though is, back in the day, we didn't have a lot of places that you could just go buy this or things like that. So you either got stuff on your birthday, Christmas, things of that nature. So my first experience with the Nintendo Entertainment System was actually through Blockbuster, the movie and video game rental place. Me, my cousins, and my mom went up to Blockbuster, and we went ahead and rented this system. And, we plugged it into the TV, and the first thing that we played, just like any kid probably from the 80s, was Mario Brothers. Now, I remember when we put this in, that iconic music popping on, and I'm like, whoa, what is this? I've never played anything like this before. It was always just, go from one side to the other, trying to get the highest points, and all these weird and these Atari sounds. But when this came out, this was a game changer. We went from one side to the other to try to get to the end of the level. And I just remember when I put this in, I was like, what do I do? Like, how do I play this? So I really watched my mom and my cousins play it first. It was really neat to see your character moving from one side to the other. And when it was finally my turn to play it, it's just something that is near and dear to my heart. And I really, really enjoyed this game a lot. Now, another game that we actually rented from Blockbuster, we got to rent 2 games in the system. And my mom was really into like fantasy things like Willow and fantasy type things. And the next thing we played was Wizards and Warriors, and this was completely different from Mario Brothers. Instead of going from one side to the other, there was jumping, there was things you had to find, things that were hidden. And this was a whole new concept to me, because you're going from one side to the other. So to go to something like this where, you're fighting bad guys, trying to find keys, jumping up and around, that was a completely different feel to it. And to be honest, it was pretty intimidating as a little kid to play it. But I really, really enjoyed this. And, back in the day, that's a lot of the things you had to do was go out there and rent the games. Because there's a lot of times where it was just, again, it was your birthday and Christmas, and that's all you got. But, what really got me into this was actually, my mother. She really enjoyed games. She enjoyed the fantasy about it and everything like that. And that was one of my fondest memories, was growing up with Nintendo, right? And then the next system that I got into was the Sega Genesis, which we'll talk about in another episode. But I just wanted to come on here real quick, show everybody my first memories of gaming, and let me know what your first memories of gaming was down below in the comments. What was your first experience? How was it? What games did you play first? Yeah, I'd be curious to know. Let me know down in the comments. But I want to let everybody know, thank you again for coming to this next episode of Retro Rewind and going back in time to my first gaming memories. So again, thank you for watching this video. If you can like and subscribe. Other than that, I will see you guys later.